Hi Mark, with Tintri blocks you do inline deduplication. So how's that done and what are the benefits of inline deduplication?
Okay, so Tintri very specifically uses deduplication but also coupled with compression for all of the data that's been written to Tintri. So Tintri employs a flash first architecture, so 100% of all writes go directly to SSD. So one of the things, because SSD is still an expensive resource, you want to be able to get as much of the active data stored into SSD as possible. So using both deduplication and compression, we get the best of both worlds in being able to pack in as much data as possible into the SSD. We also couple that with our intelligent active working set analytics to determine which of that data needs to be retained in flash to hit our overriding design goal of 99% of I/O from flash. If we're hitting 99% of I/O from flash, we're delivering sub-millisecond latency for every I/O for every single virtual disk that's actually running on the Tintri device. So incredibly low latency, and at that point, even though Tintri is a flash-first hybrid, there is no need to have an all-flash array because we're delivering such low latency and such high IOPS. In addition to that, we are using MLC-based flash, and by deduplicating and compressing,
it can cause issues, can't it?
Absolutely. So that's one of a number of mechanisms that we employ to cut down the volume of writes that hit the SSD partition itself. So if you cut down the amount of random writes that are coming in, that's a benefit, but we also go a stage further than that and convert those random writes into sequential behaviour. So we never write a random write to the SSD partition. It's all sequential full strike writes, so it's very, very even wear distribution. So, but the fundamental,
we're not burning cells out.
Exactly, yeah. But the fundamental benefit with the dedupe element of that with compression is to get as much of that active working set of data into SSD.
Sounds good.